Brand disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this platform by individuals, callers, or invited guests are their own. The information you hear does not reflect the overall views of all parties associated with the brand. We encourage everyone to research all things heard live or via archive for edification purposes. Discretion is advised.
Help keep the show on the air. If you want to help, you can send me a donation through PayPal. The email is debatetalkforyou@gmail.com or through Cash App, $Sal Showtime. Thanks for your support.
All right. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Just got to do this show and got to take the gloves off on this one right here. Take the gloves off on this one. So, but before I begin, I got to give all praises, and I do mean all praises to the Creator of all, the Holy One of Israel, the Ancient of Days, Yahweh in the Hebrew, which means I am, He is, or calls us to be, and we pay homage to His first begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, Christ Jesus in the English, which means anointed Savior or anointed salvation. And as our brother Jude puts it in his letter, for us to contend for the faith that was once delivered to the saints. All right, let me get right to it. Friday night, Soreal and Arno came on the show, disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? On my show, especially Soreal. They disrespected me. So I didn't want to cause no strife on the Shabbat. I was upset, but the scriptures say, be ye angry and sin not. Keep your cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to prove what I'm saying and bring out the correction. All right? So I didn't even know. I didn't even look at the chat that Arno was in the chat saying a whole bunch of nonsense in the chat before I even brought her on. If I would have saw all that, I wouldn't even brought her on. She's very disrespectful. All right? So let me go get the clip of the video and go through it slowly. All right, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna prove what I'm saying. I'm gonna show you the disrespect that happened. All right, so I can address it. All right. 1 second. Let me go ahead and share my screen and pop this video up. Play this video.
I'm a Christian. You're a professing Hebrew.
Sorry, this is not the one. I'm gonna get to this one. Okay. It seemed to switch. All right, which one is it? Here we go. This is the one right here. Okay, I want to start right here. This is in the chat. I'm going to scroll this down. All right, this is as far as I can go up. I didn't know none of this was going on in the chat. I didn't pay attention to the chat. Arno is already saying, drop the link, when I already said, when I'm done, I'm going to drop the link. All right. Gabar replies, no, Arno asks Gabar, can you ask him to drop this link? Okay. She says something to Blue Fox 12. Let me play the vid. Let me play it now. See, at Robert M., Jesus is the eternal God, the Son, blah, 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 blah. You have no clue how to call or do any of that. I just jump. She says, I just jump in chats. LOL. If someone drops the link, we can discuss it. Gabar says, Arno, it's his show. That being hosted, he is controlling the segment. He will drop when he's ready. All right. Let me play it and scroll down. Right. So it's about to scroll down. I'm going to continue to pause. So right here, she tells Gabar, okay, well, y'all have a good night. All right. So looked like she was leaving. She didn't leave. All right. I mean, she could have left. It didn't matter to me if she stayed or not. All right. Gabar at Arno, you're going to turn on your camera so folks can see you. All right. She said Colossians said Jesus is uncreated, by the way. Blah, blah, blah. And Gabar allowed that. She said that's weird to ask a lady, don't you think? Not now. I look crazy. All right. She said, it's night where I'm at. I'm tired. It's night where I'm at, tired. Okay. Just listening to this babbling, waiting one more minute on this link. Right? Again, disrespectful already. Said I'm babbling. I didn't see any of this till later on. All right? Let me scroll on down. See again, she's here. Please drop the link. He said like 6 mysteries. Okay. This man is lengthening the amount of mysteries. Just drop the link. Okay. All right. Keep talking smack. All right. She's talking smack in the chat. Right. Okay. Kabara Alaha. Well, not now. I don't see these men's faces, and they have been talking forever. So she talking smack about putting her camera on. Now, when she came on, she didn't put her camera on, not one time. All right. You're gonna see when she came on, I put my camera on. But she in the chat talking smack about putting camera on, but she ain't put her camera on though. How you gonna talk smack about someone putting their camera on if you ain't gonna put yours on? If you're gonna put yours on, you should be quiet about someone putting their camera on. Here she go in the link. Here she go. Question. Link, please. Sheesh. Link. Okay. All right. Okay. Again, 3, 4. Lord, that's 30 minutes. Okay. He's talking smack still. Okay, y'all. Peace. I'm going to sleep. She's leaving. At Blue Fox 12, do you have a channel? If so, I can just join the chat and open the link. So I thought she was going to leave. Again, I don't care if she's stay or leave. It don't matter to me. Jesus is the eternal God. So you can see she's been talking smack the whole time in the chat. The whole time in the chat, she's been talking smack. Said I was babbling. Let me drop the link. All right. So that's the end. So again, well, just like Christ, believers will be worshiping Christ. Link again. I'm tired. LOL. This is sick. Sickening the way this man is running. So she said, I'm running and it's sickening. She's talking all this smack. Drop the link. I swear one more. And if you go on, I'm out of here. So she's trying to make it seem like if I care if she come on or not. I ain't ask her to come on. I ain't ask her to come over. I ain't ask her to listen. None of that. But she in the chat talking smack about if I don't drop the link, she's out of here. Bye. You can scram. I don't care. Like, you don't mean nothing to me. You nobody to me. I don't care if you listen or not. You can never listen to me. You don't lost your mind. Nobody care about what you say. I'm trying to expose you that you disrespectful. How you come on someone's show and they chatting, saying all this stuff about them when already I'm going to drop the link already? You don't lost your mind. I ain't worried about no leper. Listen, you have leprosy. According to the Bible, you're a leper. You think I'm going to worry about a leper? You don't lost it. You have a curse. You must be crazy. You're talking to the wrong Israelite. Let me play the video now. Don't worry about no leper, bro. Please. Okay, my co-host. We bring him on. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Gabar. You there, brother?
Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. They want you. I guess on our note, man. She wants you to drop the link, man. She said she been waiting all night. So I just came in to moderate because like it might get a little fiery. So I just came in to moderate. But
the link is in the chat. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. There was also because I'm trying to get Arnold to turn on the camera. So
Yeah, and she not gonna turn her camera on talking all that smack.
but I don't think she's gonna do it. But they were saying that they never see you guys' faces. I told them that you guys turn on your cameras early. Remember, you guys started. So I don't know if you guys are gonna turn it back on. I turned my camera on.
I got a picture right there.
Yeah, I turned my camera on a little bit. Yeah, I started turning on my camera more so. You know,
I ain't got nothing to hide. You got nonsense out of here, bro. Okay, stop it, bro. Bunch of nonsense, bro. We right here.
But like I said, I just came in to moderate. I'm not taking any sides. It is a Sabbath, so let's remember, let's not kindle that fire.
God.
The link is in the. I mean, I hope. I mean, if she's saying, hope she putting her camera on too, like she wants to put her camera on. You know. Well, you see, Gabar said, don't get no strife on the Shabbat. So I'm trying to keep everything cordial. All right, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay? Again, before you come on, Arno, you know, you might know, but I gotta let you know. There's no foul language. There's no personal attacks on debate talk for you. You know what I'm saying? We keep it professional, keep it clean on debate talk for you. So then you know the rules, even though I know you know already. All right, I just gotta say for the disclaimer. All right. No, at this point, like I said, I didn't see all this stuff in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on my lesson. I ain't see all this stuff in the chat. She done already disrespect me in the chat already. Threatening like if I don't drop the link, she gonna leave. Like I care. All right, Shalom, Arno.
Okay. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Or no? So I was listening to what you were saying, and so from what I gather, you're saying that salvation can only come to the sons of Abraham, correct?
No, that was not what I was saying. Like she missed the entire class was about the mystery Paul spoke about. It was not on salvation. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? She coming with something completely different. So now I have to answer to bring it back on topic to what I was talking about because I was not speaking about salvation. The blessing that God was speaking of there in Genesis chapter 12 was speaking of the nation, which is the nation of Israel.
Okay, so let's read Acts 13:26.
All right, 1 second. Let's get Acts 13, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
Are you about to hear this madness that she's going to talk about now? Let me speed it up right quick so we can get to it.
This salvation sent.
Mm-hmm. So we have here sons of Abraham, and then there's this word here, and this little word is and it says, and those among you who fear God. Now who could that be? We have two groups. We have the sons of Abraham, and we have this and here, and we have and those among you who fear God. And it says the message of this salvation has been sent to us.
No, she clearly shows she's lying. It didn't say, and it was sent to us. The text says you. I'm pointing out the lies. Okay, the text never said that, but she's up on here lying already. It is sent to us. She said just now. You heard her said it. More lies. Okay.
So there you have it very plainly and very, very clearly. The message of salvation is not just to Israel. It's not just to the Jews. It cannot be more clear. And Jesus says that plainly out of his own mouth in Mark 7.
Stop right there. She's repeating a lie that I already don't checked her on already. Now let me show you that. She said Jesus said this in Mark chapter 7. And I already don't checked her on this already. All right. Let me come out of this right quick. Let me come back. And I already don't checked on that. She's repeating a lie already that I don't checked her on. Here's the lie right here. Here we are. Let me go ahead and share my screen and show you. She lying on the Messiah again. Right? This leper is lying on the Messiah again. Got no integrity at all whatsoever. This is in my debate with Mike. She come on and trying to attack me. Let me get right to the lie when she's lying on the Messiah. All right. Let's start what she said. Amayan, this is for you. Hebrews 10:29. Just think how much worse the punishment will be for those who have trampled the Son of God and have treated the blood of the covenant, which made us holy, as if it were common and unholy, and have insulted and disdained the Holy Spirit, who bring God's mercy to us. I reply, Shalom, and this is for you, Arno. Timothy 3:7. 1 Timothy 3:7. Ever learning, not able to come to the knowledge of the truth. She responds back, that's out of context. You have no clue who Jesus is, and you have no clue what salvation is. You are unsaved and you need to seek the Lord. I respond to her, Shalom, this is sad. You're lost. You don't know the words of the Messiah. How can you be saved when the Messiah said in Matthew chapter 24, verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. You have not endured unto the end. Just another lost wannabe Christian, because true Christians know the words of their Lord. That don't understand Paul's writing. I already killed a so-called Christian on this topic of salvation, and that was let me bring this up on this channel. Who was salvation for? And that was faithful to God. All right. She respond. Here's the lie again. This was a month ago. This is the lie again. Christ said himself in Mark the 7th chapter that salvation is for the Jew first and then the Gentiles. Then she go ahead and then quote all these different verses here. And none of these verses here is Jesus Christ speaking. None of them here is him speaking at all. All right. Speak Ephesians says salvation is a free gift. And it's not of works. She said, I don't need your channel. I never told her to go to my channel. I respond to her, Shalom, here we go with more lies. Now you're graduating to lying on the Messiah. First off, the word salvation does not even appear in the entire book of Mark, much less in the 7th chapter. And nowhere in Mark 7 does the Messiah say that salvation is for the Jew first and then to the Gentiles. I said, liar, liar, repent, or it's the lake of fire. So a month ago, I already checked her on this. All right. And she's back again. She just came Friday, repeating this same exact lie again. This is the lie she repeated again. Let me go back and play for you and show you. I don't know. I already checked her on this. Look, she couldn't even respond. There was no more response after I checked her on it. She didn't say I was wrong. She didn't pull the verse that it was in there. Nothing. After that, she just checked out. No response. She just lying on the Messiah. All right. That's for you on Judgment Day. Keep lying on the Messiah. And she's keeping the lie going. She repeated it again. All right. Let me come back to the video. Here's the video. Let me go back and play her saying it again after I corrected her on this a month ago. She's still lying on the Messiah a month later. Ain't got no integrity whatsoever.
Salvation sent.
Mm-hmm. So we have here sons of Abraham, and then there's this word here, and this little word is and it says, and those among you who fear God. Now who could that be? We have two groups. We have the sons of Abraham, and we have this and here, and we have and those among you who fear God. And it says the message of this salvation has been sent to us.
Lies, more lies.
So there you have it very plainly and very, very clearly. The message of salvation is not just to Israel. It's not just to the Jews. It cannot be more clear. And Jesus says that plainly out of his own mouth in Mark 7. When he tells you that salvation is first to the Jew and then to the Gentile. And it tells you in John 1, Jesus came to the world. He came to his own and his own rejected him. And then he went on.
So again, I'm just playing it for you. So a month later, she's still repeating that lie about Jesus Christ saying in Mark chapter 7 that salvation is for the Jew first and then to the lie. So I'm showing you, even when you correct them, they still go back and continue lying. She has no integrity whatsoever. She do not believe in Jesus Christ at all. She's straight phony. How can you lie on the Messiah like that? Someone show you that you're wrong what you're saying about the Messiah, and then you are still saying it a month later. Who can ever believe that you really believe in Jesus Christ? If anyone believes that you believe in Christ, they're just delusional. I know you don't believe in Christ. No one believe in Christ would misquote him, and then someone show you the truth, and you continue to lie on the Messiah a month later. Man, get out of here. So I ain't worried about no leper, bro.
He moved. Salvation has opened up to the Gentiles as well.
Yeah, it ain't opened up to you. You continue to lie on the Messiah, you're gonna go to the lake of fire.
That's the truth.
All right, so let's read the verse again, because clearly the verse didn't even say that. Can you read the verse again, brother?
Well, I went on and I cited Mark 7 and John 1, but we will absolutely. We can sit in Acts. We can read it again. We can go on. So yeah, please read it again.
Acts chapter 13, verse 26. Men and brethren, children of the stock of Abraham.
Stop right there. Oh, wait, we're gonna go real slow when you get this done. So he's children of the stock of Abraham.
And now, who is that? Who are the?
Now you see clearly. I'm trying to explain it. You see how she just cut me off? No respect. Just jump right in and start talking. All right. That's disrespect number one. I mean, no, disrespect number three. We at number three. In the chat earlier, she was talking smack about me in the chat. We had disrespect number 3 already. I'm trying to talk. She's straight cutting me right off. No respect at all. On my own show.
Stock of Abraham. If someone says that you are of the stock of someone, who are you? You are their literal blood descendants.
Okay, but everyone don't come out of Abraham. You agree, correct?
Oh my goodness.
Yes or whatever. Yes or no? Does everyone come out of Abraham? Yes or no?
The Jews come out of Abraham.
Can't even answer the question. Look at that. Can't even answer the question. No, that's not my question. My question is, does everyone comes out of Abraham?
No, and that's why there's an and
okay,
there.
And this can't be for everybody. You only deal with or no. When you talking, I didn't cut you off. See again? I'm telling her. See again? I'm talking. That's again the 4th time. See, she cut me off again. I'm talking. She cut me off again, and I'm trying to explain to her, Honor, when you was talking, I didn't cut you off. Disrespect again. All right? I'm showing you the disrespect. Again, when she cut me off when I was talking, and I got quiet. I shut up. I got quiet. Let her talk. And I was in the right, and I got quiet. Now I'm talking again, and here she go cutting me off again. No respect again. I'm gonna get to the end. I'm gonna go real slow to show you that what you said is not incorrect. That if you're dealing with just who comes out of Abraham, everyone will come out of Abraham. So it can't be for everybody according to what you're saying. That will be only for Ishmael. He comes out of Abraham. Isaac come out of Abraham. Isaac had 2 children. He has Esau and he has Jacob. It will be them, and then the children had by Torah. So it will be only for these people here to come out of Abraham. This will be speaking.
No. Because no, because he says brothers. So when he says brothers, is he talking to Ishmaelites? No, he's talking to Jews. Brothers, sons of Abraham's race, and those among you who fear God. The message of this salvation.
Who are the sons of Abraham? Simple question.
Here, the sons of Abraham are the Jews, because he tells you that. He says, brothers, sons of Abraham. Now, would Paul call an Ishmaelite his brother in this context? No. He's talking to...
Wait a minute. So you are eliminating the Ishmaelites then, right?
No, that would be in the and section.
Okay, she's putting the Ishmaelites in the and section. Now they're in the and section, right? As far as who it is sent to. Here in the and section, according to her.
Two populations in this sentence. The first population is brothers, sons of Abraham, and then there's the and those among you.
Ishmael is a son of Abraham. He can't be in the and. He's a son of Abraham. How would he be in the son of Abraham?
Ishmael is not a Jew. Ishmael is not in the brother.
His name was a Jew. I said he was a son of Abraham, was he not?
What is your point?
You are eliminating a son of Abraham. You saying that Ishmael isn't a son of Abraham. The text says, and he said the son of Abraham.
No, honey. It says brothers. So when he says brothers, who is he speaking to? Is he speaking to Ishmaelites there when he says brothers?
He's speaking to the Israelites that's there in his
Very
time.
good. Very good. So Israelites, let's say that Israelites and those among you who fear God. The
okay,
message,
those among Israelites who fear God then.
No. And those among you who fear God. So he's saying Israelites as a whole, and in this crowd, those among you who fear God.
She just said it. And those among you, the people who he's speaking to, as she said, is Israelites. Those among the Israelites who fear God. Why would that be talking about someone completely different? Listen, there is nobody else there according to her. Who he's talking to as present right there are none but Israelites according to her. So when he's saying unto you, why would he be talking about a completely different nation that's not even present? How does that make any sense to be talking about a nation, to tell a nation salvation is sent to you, but you're not even present? You're not even there. So how can they hear what he's saying right then and there when they're not even present to hear what he's saying? That doesn't make any sense. I'm just showing you the illogic of what she's trying to say here. How can he be saying unto you, and that means Gentiles, when according to her, there was no Gentiles there present. It was only Israelites there who he was talking to.
Who's the you? Wait a minute, who's the you among you? Who's the you?
Gentiles.
See how dumb that is? She said there ain't no Gentiles there. They're supposed to be Israelites, sons of Abraham. There is no Gentiles there. How does that make any sense?
How would that be Gentiles? Speaking of Abraham descendants,
And
okay,
don't forget the and. There's two.
The end is for those among you who fear God. And isn't talking about someone completely different nation. That would make any sense. How would that make any sense?
What are you talking about? Brother, he's talking to a crowd. Brothers.
She said again, he's talking to a crowd. Brothers.
You say talking to Israelite just now. You say speaking to Israelite just now. You said that.
No. The first part of the sentence. The first part of the sentence is addressed to Israelites. There is two groups. And I hope everyone in the chat pulls up Acts 13:26 and reads it for yourself.
Two groups here.
Because when you read a sentence and you put an and in there, the and separates two groups. That's why.
See, again, that don't make no sense again. The sentence says men and brethren. So the and after man will then separate the men from the brethren. Let me show you the text. You heard her dumb argument just now. The and is separating things and it's two different groups right in the beginning of the sentence. Let me pull this up right quick. Let me pull this up right quick and show you the and. She said the and is separating it. We're going to come to the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 26. Showing you just how dumb this is. This was a waste of my time. I should never even engaged her. She don't know the Bible. Again, this is not going to happen to me anymore. I'm not engaging no more novices, bro. This is a waste of my time. Because what happens, it turns into a bunch of argument and a bunch of strife. Okay? This is what actually begins to happen. So he is right here. Here go the verse. Let me pull it all the way up. It says right here, men and brethren, right here. She's saying later on in this particular verse, this and right here is supposed to separate and make two groups. If that's the case, then this and right here should also do the exact same thing. Men and brethren. Men and brethren. Children of the stock of Abraham. and whosoever among you. Let's talk about the exact same people that's addressed before the and. The stock of Abraham. The people who are present there, the Israelites. Among you who feareth God. Now, Gentiles don't fear God. Let's be clear. The nations don't fear God. All right? Clearly, we see that they don't fear God. After all that they've seen through the wilderness, what all God have did, they do not fear the Most High. Paul even says that the Gentiles don't even know God. How are you going to fear someone you don't even know? They don't even know God. Even to this day. They still don't know the Most High to this day. They don't fear God. If they fear God, all this homosexuality, all this stuff that's going on would not even be happening. They do not fear God. All right? Let me go back to the I just want to show you that her argument is just dumb. It's a dumb argument about an and.
Wait, but another group here though. You were making another group up. Where's the other group mentioned here?
Brothers, first group, brothers, sons of Abraham. Brothers is the Acts 13.
Men and brethren.
Brethren, very good. Brethren.
Okay, who's the man?
Are the Ishmaelites?
Yeah, she can't address who the men are. Because you're saying the and is something else. She's not going to answer my question.
The Jews, Paul's brethren in ethnicity? No, they're not Jews. No, they're not.
They're not Jews, but they are their brothers because they come out of Abraham.
That is not what he is saying here. And if you are going to say that, then you are being disingenuous. But if you do say that,
no, you saying that.
That's further proving my point. Because then you're going to say that Ishmaelites are saved. So that's proving my point, and you just shot your leg off.
So she's saying that the Ishmaelites are not saved, but then she just said earlier that the Ishmaelites are in the and. They would be in the and. So if they're in the and, then the Ishmaelites have a chance to be saved. So she's clearly saying here right now that the Ishmaelites don't have a chance to be saved, because she's making a claim that I'm saying that the Ishmaelites are saved.
That's what you said. You said the stock of Abraham.
The verse says it. The verse says it, brother.
Okay, bro. I'm mentioning someone that come out of Abraham, Ishmael, and you saying no.
Ishmael would come in the next section of the sentence, and those among you who fear God. Anyone who's not a Jew is the next part of the sentence.
How does that make any sense? Was the Ishmaelites among the Israelites at this particular time in this location? What is she talking about? Their logic is just illogic.
But wait a minute.
If you
want no other nation mentioned here.
Oh man, this is sad.
I mean, you can say what you want to say, but I don't know if anyone agrees with her. How does that make any sense? He's speaking of the stock of Abraham.
Let me speed this up right quick.
That would be Ishmael.
Yeah.
That would be
to you now. This is talking about Ishmaelites too. You're saying here that the brothers are all the sons of Abraham, even the because in Ezekiel.
I'm gonna go past this because this is just an irrelevant conversation. You can't get nowhere with that. I want you to go on to her next dumb point. All right.
Ready? You gonna read it, sister?
Or can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Ezekiel 40, and I'm using my pen because in Ezekiel 47, Gentiles were grafted in and treated as native Israelites.
So her next point is that Gentiles were grafted in Ezekiel. So we're going to Ezekiel. She's claiming that Gentiles was grafted in Ezekiel. Now we're going to read it.
So yes, they do know him. The entire Bible tells you that.
Gentiles was never grafted in.
Yes, they were.
Show it, prove it.
Okay, we can go to Ezekiel 47. So I'm using my paper Bible, so give me a minute.
So you're about to hear some more madness again.
Okay, Ezekiel 47, 21 through 23.
You want me to read it? You gonna read it, sister?
Or can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Ezekiel 47, 21 to 23. You are to divide this land among yourselves according to the tribes of Israel. You will allot it as an inheritance for yourselves and for the foreigners living among you who have fathered children among you. Get that? Fathered children among you. Fathered. You will treat them like native-born Israelites along with you. They will be allotted an inheritance among the tribes of Israel.
They shall be allotted an inheritance. It says among the tribes of Israel. So they're getting tribal land, as I'm going to say it. She just read it just now. They're going to get land among the tribes of Israel, not their own land. That's not tribal land, Israelite tribal land, but among the tribes of Israel, they're getting land. She just read it just now.
In whatever tribe the foreigner lives, you will assign his inheritance there.
In whatever tribal land they live in, you're going to give them the inheritance there. They're on tribal land. She just read it again.
This is the declaration of the Lord God. So the foreigners are A, fathering children, and B, they're going to be grafted in and treated as native-born Israelites.
Now, nothing she read says anything about anyone being grafted in. She read something, all she read about them getting land among the tribes of Israel. Nothing about grafted in is mentioned whatsoever here.
That's Ezekiel. That's Old Testament.
Okay, so they live in the land. They're giving them a plot of land to live in. They haven't.
No, it doesn't say none of that. It ain't saying none of that.
He just got through saying that.
They're giving them the same equal inheritance as Israel. And
you hear that lie? She said they're giving them equal inheritance with the nation of Israel. Equal. She said they're giving them equal inheritance when she just read they're giving them land among the tribes of Israel. And whatever it said, and wherever the strangers sojourn, in whatever tribe they sojourn in, you got to give them some inheritance or some land in that particular tribal area. Now she's saying that they're getting the same amount of land that the Israelites are getting. You know, she's lying. She's just a liar, bro. Lying on a text.
it's not even women. And it's not even women. It's not even women having babies. It's men having babies.
They're not giving the same thing as Israel.
It says exactly that. It says
so where did it say that at?
You will treat, here we go. You will treat them like native-born Israelites along with you. They will be allotted an inheritance among the tribes of Israel. And
they shall be allotted inheritance again among the tribes of Israel. Nothing about them getting the exact same land or landmass as the Israelites. Their inheritance is among the tribes of Israel. If they was getting their own land, it wouldn't be among the tribes of Israel. It would be separate from the Israelite land because they're getting their own separate from Israel. But the text doesn't say that, and she's reading it right here.
Whatever tribe the foreigner lives, you will assign his inheritance there.
In whatever tribe the stranger lives in, you shall give them the land. It says there, where they sojourn amongst the tribe of Israel. Whatever tribe they sojourn in, that's where they get in the land at. They're not getting no separate land different from tribal Israelite land. Jill, she's lying on the text.
Wait a minute.
Very clear.
That don't make no sense. If I own the land and I'm giving you a piece of the land,
no,
you have a piece of the land.
Not what it says.
To you.
That's not what it says. You will treat.
You just read it just now. It just says that.
You will treat them like native-born Israelites. You will treat them like native-born.
The first one you read, it says, and verse 21 says, "So ye shall divide the land unto you according to your tribes."
Yeah.
That's the first thing it says.
Yeah, because they're now in the tribes.
So they are coming to live on tribal land that belongs to a specific tribe now. So in whatever tribe land can come on, we're giving them a piece of the land to live on.
You will treat them like
a piece of land that belongs to a tribe.
You're adding to the text. I am not.
Okay, brother, can we get Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1 and 2?
So now I got to go and address exactly what's going to happen when they are amongst us and they're getting this inheritance.
Oh, so you're running now?
I'm not running.
You are, because it says you will treat them like native-born.
I'm gonna read how we're gonna treat them according to the text.
Oh, Lordy Jesus.
Isaiah chapter 14, brother.
What verse?
Start at verse 1.
Oh, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
So that's future. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. Go ahead.
He already chose Israel.
Now you hear this nonsense? She said, I just read where it says, and we yet choose Israel. She come cutting in and said he already done chose Israel. Now watch her cut herself, right? She gonna read out of her own Bible. She gonna look bad.
He already chose Israel. What you mean he already chose Israel? That's
So you argue with the text, not with me.
no, I'm not arguing with the text.
You are arguing with the text. I just read what the text. Well, he read it. What the text says.
Ready said, and we yet choose Israel. He argued with the text.
What verse are you on? 14 what now?
14:1.
For the Lord will have compassion on Jacob and will choose Israel again.
Still, she just cut herself. Her version that she has says we'll choose Israel again. Yo, she jumping the gun, talking all this nonsense, and then she just cut herself just because she don't know the Bible at all. You know what she's talking about. She's lying about the inheritance given to them in Ezekiel just now. You heard it clearly for yourself. She don't know what she's talking about. Like, again, it's a waste of time for me to engage them in the future because they don't understand the Bible, period. Simple words she don't understand. There is no point to talk to her anymore because it's going to be an argument.
There you go. So what you saying? Go. Let's continue to read, brother.
Yeah, but what you're missing is the native is in Israel. It is Israel.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
She not. You heard? She's trying to be slick. She says the natives are in Israel. Then she said the natives are Israel. Now she's trying to say that they are Israel. See, these people are crafty, bro. Very crafty. She's trying to slide it in there real quick. Then they're living in Israel. They are Israel. Trying to slide it in there. This is how crafty they be trying to move, bro. They moving in a satanic spirit.
No, it doesn't say that. Read it. Go ahead and read it, brother.
And set them in their own land.
You're gonna set them in their own land. You was talking about how in the land they're gonna divide their land up to the tribe of Israel in Ezekiel chapter 48 verse 21.
Yeah.
Into their own land. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
See, strangers shall be joined. You brought the strangers up, shall be joined with them. Go ahead.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, because we giving them plot of land, as you read right there. We giving them plot of land.
There you go, talking about
land.
land.
Go ahead.
And the people shall take them.
Go ahead.
And bring them to their place.
And bring them to the place where they gave them inheritance in the land. Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
Go ahead.
For servants and handmaids.
So in the land of the Lord, we're going to possess them for servants and handmaids. It says right here. Go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, whom captives they were, and they shall rule over their possessions. I mean, their oppressors.
So that's how it's going to go in the land of Israel. We are going to take them. We're going to take them and rule over them for servants and handmaids in the land. That's what you have.
This is what you're missing. Now hear me out. What you're missing is that Israel, as I just showed you in Ezekiel 47, and we can go to Exodus, and we can go to Esther 8, we can go to a variety of places. Israel is a mixed nation.
That's a lot.
Moses married an African woman.
And
she is grafted in. Her DNA is in.
So here she goes. You heard her just now. Moses' wife is grafted in according to her. All right? This is what she's trying to say. She ain't going to read a verse that says any of that. You're just making a whole bunch of assumptions with no proof.
Joseph married an Egyptian woman.
Oh, she's not grafted in.
Their children are now, and Ezekiel tells you the foreigners fathered children, and they're to be treated as native-born Israelites, not as slaves, as native-born.
No, because that wouldn't make any sense, because in the time of Ezra, God told Ezra to send away that woman and her children. He said, send them away. They're not Israelites according to God.
No, it's not that they're correct. And
God told Ezra to send away that strange woman and their children.
Yeah, and guess what? In Galatians 4.
Now you heard that. I quoted what God told Ezra in the book of Ezra, she goes all the way to Galatians now. She completely skipped what God tells Ezra, and she's gonna try to push back or counteract that by going to Galatians. Imagine that. When God says something, it isn't like, oh, if God said it, that's be the final word on it. Once God said it, case closed, done. She's trying to push back by going to Galatians now, like Galatians is going to go and trump the Most High.
That woman Hagar is used as a metaphor for the law given at Sinai to
Galatians,
show you
Galatians supersede God, sister. It doesn't matter what Galatians say. What God said. If God tell Ezra to put away that woman and their children, because he's saying that they're not Israelites to him.
God told Paul.
God told Paul what?
God told Paul every single inspired word. Every single word that Paul wrote is inspired.
Okay, well, explain to me, why did God tell Ezra to put away that strange woman and the children then?
Because Isaac is the promised child.
You heard that answer. Now she went all the way back to Isaac. If God tell Ezra to put away the strange woman and her child, her answer is because Isaac is the promise. This stuff is hilarious, bro. This is stupid. This is the reason why I can't talk to her, man. This is comedy. She's lying. This is just dumb. He's just dumb. She can't answer the question, so she starts saying a whole bunch of dumb stuff. Isaac is anyway. Let me keep playing it.
That's why everyone knows that.
No, but the question is, why did God tell Israel in Ezra time for the Israelites to put away their strange wives, foreigners, and the children born by them?
Because they were causing them to worship other gods.
You hear it right there, because she's blaming the woman that they married, because the woman they married was causing them to worship other gods. That's what she just got to saying, right? Not that Israel was worshiping pagan gods on their own. She's blaming Israel worshiping pagan gods on the woman that they married. That's what she's saying. She just said it just now. You heard it.
No, they wasn't.
Yes, they were.
No, it was not. No,
yes, they were.
So in the text that says that. We're in the text that says that. So in other words, what you're saying is that Moses' wife was causing him to worship another god. Is that true?
So I'm going all the way. So she's claiming that the foreign woman in Ezekiel time that was causing the Israelites to go ahead and worship foreign gods. That was the reason why God is telling them to put them away. So that same logic would apply to Moses, because Moses married a Cushite woman. So her logic should apply right there as well. And that's why I brought it up. So you saying then his Cushite wife would be pushing Moses to worship another god, then that's why I brought it up, to show her that her logic then wouldn't make any sense, because it should be consistent across the board.
No, you're talking about a specific time. There were specific times when the Israelite men went off and married. God told them over and over, do not marry these women because they're going to lead you astray. And guess what happened? They led them astray. And so God said, no, we're not having it.
You're speaking of Solomon.
No, yes.
When Solomon did that, it says in the text that his wife, when he got older, let him away. Yes, I'm talking about Ezra now, but we in Ezra time. Show it in Ezra time. Where is it in Ezra?
Can you show me the verse and we can go there? That's fine.
Yeah, I can show you in Ezra. Yeah, let's get it right quick. I can show you.
Let me speed this up so we can get to it. All right. This is a whole bunch of nonsense right here, and I'm getting so fake next. You ought to hear. Oh, so fake is that's just horrible. His stuff is just, oh my, bad.
All right. Hold on for a second. I see
says, Israel's intermarriage with pagans. So there you go.
So we're now at Ezra chapter 9, and her heading says that in her Bible.
It says right there, the detestable practices are like those of the Canaanites, Hittites. Tells you right there.
He told you right there. What in the verse that said that he was making the Israelites here going off right here?
Detestable practices, and then it lists.
The practice is marrying outside the nation.
No. No,
Yes,
no.
that's what it says.
No,
Okay,
no,
well,
no,
read
no.
it. Can we read it? We can
Yes.
read it.
Yes, please.
We can read it.
So I'm saying that the that's what practices is marrying outside the nation. All right, that's clearly one of them, and we about to read it.
Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations.
Yes, doing according to their
Yeah,
abominations.
okay, I got you.
We
We need to read. Go ahead.
Yeah, the people were doing according to their abominations. We still ain't got to the part yet where it says their wives was making them do that. That was her contention. Her contention was that their wives was making them do that. He doesn't say that yet.
Got doing according to abominations. Go ahead.
Even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, and the Moabites, the Egyptians and the Amorites.
Go ahead. He's gonna mention what he's talking about. Go ahead.
For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and the rulers hath been chief and in their trespass.
Chief in their trespass. There it is right there. Chief, it's a trespass what they was doing. Marrying outside the nation, clearly the text called it a trespass. All right?
Okay, so the Israelites was dealing with these pagan customs all the way back in Judges. This is not nothing new. They've been doing that. They've been doing this stuff long way back in Judges and so on and so forth. They've been doing this pagan stuff. But right here, he's addressing specifically that not only are they still doing what they've been doing in the past before while they were in the captivity, they're now polluting the gene pool now by marrying outside the nation.
No, you just added that again. If that were
She said I'm adding it, and we just read it. It said the holy. Matter of fact, let me play the video.
Brother,
it's nothing about the gene pool. Can I speak, please? Wait a minute.
Hold it. I'm reading what it's. How do you see what I'm saying? Is why
you just started randomly talking about a gene pool, and it don't say nothing about a gene pool.
Brother, read
right here.
Read verse 2 again, brother.
Oh Lord, you got to keep reading.
We're gonna continue to read verse 2 again, Shuri.
Can I please read? Can I please say something?
Wait a minute, no. You read from a different version. You're not reading the King James version.
So what? It wasn't written in English.
They're changing the words in there.
It was written in Hebrew. I have a King James over there on the shelf. I don't feel like getting it. I'm sitting down.
She got a King James version right over there on the shelves, but she don't want to go and get it right there where she's at. It's not like it's in another room. It's in the same room she's in. She don't want to go and get it. Why? Because it's gonna cut her. The King James version is gonna cut her. So they have to see, they're constantly reading these other versions because they cannot deal with the King James version because it destroys their doctrine. So they all go and get these other translations now that says something different. These other translations who come from these people who are trying to graft nations into Israel. That's changing the words, rewording it to make it say different things, to lie to people, to deceive them. That's why she is deceived, because she's reading these versions that they have purposely altered and reworded it to hide the truth.
It doesn't matter. We can both read the same thing.
We can be on the same page.
I'm trying to tell her, so it does matter. So we can be on the same page, reading the same thing out the Bible, so that there is no misinformation. What you're reading, I'm reading the same thing in my Bible. That's why I'm telling her it's important that we read from the same Bible.
The Bible wasn't written by King James, sir. It was written in Hebrew. So you read your English, I'll read my English. We can pull up some Hebrew if you really feel like it. But it's really no need. So, because either way, if you keep reading, and if you simply just look back at the context, but if you keep reading to verses 13 through 15, it just tells you very, very clearly that it was the detestable practices of not following God's laws. It has nothing to do with a gene pool. Moses' wife was a Cushite. She was not an Israelite. She was African. It has nothing to do with the gene pool.
Brother, can we read verse 2, Sherry?
She said it has nothing to do with the gene pool, nothing to do with the holy seed, in other words.
God. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves,
Yeah.
and for their sons.
Mm-hmm.
So
now
that
let's just go back.
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Continue.
Yes, sir.
So that the holy seed,
that's Israel. That's the gene pool, the holy seed. Go ahead.
have mingled themselves with the people of those lands.
Have mingled themselves.
Yeah.
They corrupting the gene pool by mingling themselves with them. That's why it's called a holy seed.
Nothing about a gene pool.
Holy seed is separated and set apart.
Yes. They were supposed to be. And they were supposed to.
That means it's not to be mingled with anything else. That's what that means.
It's about the detestable practices. Because Ruth was a Moabite. Moses married a Cushite. Ruth was a Moabite. The men in Ezekiel 47, they were men marrying into Israel and were treated as natives of the land.
Now you heard what she said. She said she went back to Ezekiel. She says that the men there, they was marrying into Israel. She said that's what she said just now. They were marrying into Israel. The man was. Let me play it again for you. If you think I'm saying I'm making it up, you play it back. You can hear it for yourself.
Mingled with anything else. That's what that means.
It's about the detestable practices. Because Ruth was a Moabite. Moses married a Cushite. Ruth was a Moabite. The men in Ezekiel 47, they were men marrying into Israel and were treated.
You heard it again. The men in Ezekiel, the men were marrying into Israel, she said. That's clearly what she's saying. Men were marrying into Israel, all right? So that would have to be Gentile men marrying Israelite women. That's the only way men can be marrying into Israel, is that the men were marrying Israelite women. Now, how does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Because if a stranger marries a Israelite woman, a male stranger marry an Israelite woman, she would take on his name. That's what she would do. And he would be in control. He has control over her after that point. If he gets her pregnant, that seed would be of his nation. That would be of his nation that he come from. She would be bringing forth his nation from where he's from. He ain't marrying into Israel. He don't marry her and then he becomes an Israelite. See, she's going by these fake Jews over there practice that the woman determines that if you're an Israelite or not. So if you marry one of these so-called Jewish women today, then that would make you a Jew. That will make you a Jew now. You got to go through these different rituals and stuff. But then because you marry a so-called Jewish woman, that's what she's trying to apply to the text of the Bible. And the Bible don't say none of that. That don't even make no sense at all. So you heard it for yourself that strangers was marrying into Israel.
As natives of the land. And they were given an inheritance.
You still not answer the question, why did God tell Ezekiel to put away the strange woman and the children?
Because they were worshiping other gods and leading Israel astray.
She said it again. But again, she has not shown a scripture that says that. All right. We're gonna forward. I'm gonna go forward because I want to get to so fake. You know what I'm saying? Let me fast forward this some more.
Okay, it's a long time ago.
Correct. They're not Israel.
And none else.
That Bible was written in 1607 or something?
And none else.
That Bible was written in
Egypt, when it came out in the wilderness to build a calf.
Let me just end this because this is this conversation with her is just nonsense, null and void. All right. We ain't getting nowhere. I just want to basically go through and show you the logic that she's bringing with that, again, it's not worth even having a conversation with her in the future at all, because this is going to repeat itself. All right, I want to do this so I have something recorded where I can say, well, listen, I already said the reason why I'm not talking with you. You know, I did a video on it. I went through the video and I showed it why there is no reason to even have any conversation with you in the future at all, because this is what's going to happen. All right, there's no profit here with this at all. She's constantly butchering the text, lying what the text is saying. She don't respect the Most High, lying on Christ, right? After that on shoulder. All this is my receipts that I have right here. These are all facts, all right? Now, she can go do her own video and refute this and bring forth her facts, because I'm playing what she said and pointing out the truth, all right? And showing you. So I'm going to stop sharing this. Let me get to soreal, because this right here is starting to get real whack. This is crap right here. Let me stop sharing this right quick. Let me bring back up where I was. All right. Looked like something happened. Looked like something happened with, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Let me go now to the let me get soreal now. Let me share my screen and go back. Looked like something happened. All right. Let me come back here. Let me close this out. Now I'm gonna deal with soreal. Let me see. This is the first one. That's 3. And so this is the first one here. Watch this. All right. This is soreal.
Are going to be
If the problem you keep having.
Okay, so I'm addressing the problem he's having here. Let me turn this up so you guys can hear. It's kind of low. Let me bring it up from here. Let me raise this volume all the way up. Oh, it came up so low. All right.
The problem you keep having is when he's saying these things, there is no new covenant made. Nothing, no new covenant is made. He's not died yet. There's no new covenant made.
That's fine. That's fine.
You hear him. So we're dealing with Matthew the 5th chapter when he claiming that Christ is bringing some new commandments. But in the 5th chapter of Matthew, Christ have not died yet, so there is no new covenant made. So I'm trying to point out to him that what you're saying is he's bringing laws that is supposed to be in a new covenant that's not going to be made for months. All right?
No,
that's fine. Yeah, it is. Check it out.
No, let me finish what I'm saying. That's the issue that you're going to always run into. Here's what you're saying. You're saying that how he's already speaking these new commandments for a new covenant that has not even been made yet. Is what you're saying. It's not even been made yet, but he's speaking some new covenant commandment that has not been made yet, right? Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yep. You hear him confirm. He said, that's correct. That's what I'm saying. Right?
Right. At the same time, he's under a covenant that says to him, listen, you cannot add no new covenant or nothing new at the same time.
See, that's your issue right there. Where is he adding these commandments? Is he adding them to the old, or is he preparing to add them to the new?
It does not matter if
yes it does. Yes it does. Yes it does. Yes it does.
It does not matter because
yes it does matter. Yes it does matter.
Soreal is a new covenant different from the old covenant.
Yes it is.
So if you are under the old covenant and you're talking about a different covenant other than the one that you're under, are you dealing with a different covenant?
Yeah, you're talking about a new one, so you are dealing with a new one.
Okay, so how are you not violating the one that you're under, dealing with another one?
Simple, because the commandments that you're talking about that you're going to go and give, you're not saying that it's a part of the old. You're saying these are going to be part of the new ones. Now, if I put it in the old box, then I'm violating Deuteronomy 4:2.
You know, you heard his logic. All right. He's saying commandments that belong in some new covenant that's going to be made months later. Now, here's my response to that foolishness.
Okay, so what you're saying in Matthew 5, then, what he was teaching them was for them to do those things after he resurrected, correct? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it would seem so.
You heard him. Yeah, it would seem so. According to soreal, Christ was giving them commandments, speaking commandments to them, and judgments, according to him too, commandments, and new judgments that they were not supposed to be implementing until he resurrected from the dead months later. This is his logic, right? This is what he's trying to say. Now, how does that make any sense for Christ to be giving them new commandments and new judgments that they're not supposed to be following? So, in other words, when Christ talks about, when the text says, you have heard, it says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Then Christ say, but I say. So all of that Christ says in the 5th chapter, all of that is null and void. No one's supposed to even listen to that. No one is supposed to even apply any of that until he resurrects from the dead. Now, he doesn't say any of that in the chapter to say, listen, what I'm telling you right now, I need you to apply these things after I resurrect from the dead. None of that is in the chapter nowhere. How does it make any sense for Christ to tell them commandments for them to apply when he resurrects from the dead, and he does not specify to them when to apply these things? He don't say to apply them when he go ahead and resurrects from the dead. He don't specify that to them at all. This is what soreal is saying, though. Now, how would the people know that? Soreal is saying that, but how would the people then at that time understand that, okay, Christ is giving us some new commandments and some new judgment, and we are not supposed to apply it until he resurrects from the dead? When at the time, every Jew viewed the Messiah as someone that's going to take down the Romans. They have no clue of him dying. None of them do. None of them are under any kind of impression that the Messiah is going to come and die. None of them knew that. None of them. The Messiah is supposed to come and take the Romans down. So why would they even view what he is saying as to apply that when he dies and resurrect, when they have no knowledge at all that he is even going to die, much less resurrect from the dead? That don't make no sense at all. So they will all understood what he is saying for them to apply that immediately. As he's saying it, as you leave here, apply that immediately. That's the context of the text. I'm pointing out that soreal don't know the Bible. He's in here trying to make stuff up to fit his made up doctrine, because they're trying to push a so-called New Testament that does not exist. There is no New Testament. If the same one is a renewed testament, it's the same one from the old. So for him to create a New Testament, he have to come and say garbage like this. This is the kind of garbage that he has to create and make up to make a New Testament make sense. And you can see it make no sense at all whatsoever. Now, again, he agreed just now that those commandments and judgments were not to be applied until Jesus Christ resurrects from the dead. Now, watch him say something different. I'm going to ask him the same thing again and watch him say something different now.
So it begs a question, when Jesus said this, was Jesus wrong? Was he adding to anything, or was he talking about the new covenant to come?
You're trying to deflect from the fact that what you said in Matthew chapter 5 is null and void while he was walking the earth. You have
Actually, I'm not trying to deflect at all. I'm trying to use your standard.
I'm asking you, never did the question. I'm asking you what he said in the 5th chapter of Matthew. Was all of that null and void while he was walking the earth? Yes or no?
You know what? Just to add a little extra coals to the fire, I'm gonna say that, let's just say that it was right then and there, ready to be obeyed.
Now you heard him. Now he just changed the answer. He said that now it is right then and there, when he said it, ready to be obeyed. See how he's changing his answer? First he said yes, it's supposed to be obeyed after he resurrects from the dead. A few minutes later, I asked him the question again, okay, trying to deflect, and now he's changed his answer. He's changed it. You heard it for yourself. Changed the answer. He's disingenuous. He don't understand the Bible. Again, that's why it makes no sense to have a conversation with him, because it's going to turn into an argument he cannot give a consistent argument all the way through. He's going to consistently keep changing his answer because I keep backing him into a corner because his argument makes no sense whatsoever. So you just got to just listen to the argument and then ask logical question, and you can see the holes and the flaws in his argument. I got a recording here that you change your answer. I want to see you do a video. I want to see you do a video and refute what I'm saying because I'm recording that you changed your answer, bro. Okay? 1 second. I got a text from my brother Gabar. It said Brother Moore wants to come on. Let me stop sharing this screen right quick. All right, so we got that. Let me see because I'm not seeing the chat. You bring it back up. All right, here we go. I don't see. You said Brother Moore. You said Brother Moore wants to come on. Gabar. I just seen your text. I'm gonna have to email you the link, brother. I don't want to put the link in the chat because I'm not trying to go back and forth with Soreal and Arno. I'm just laying out the facts why it doesn't make any sense to have a conversation with them because it's all right. I'm gonna put the link. This link is only for Orthodox Moore. No one go ahead and nobody's skipping now. It's More, you have my number, More. Send me your email. I don't have your email, Orthodox More. Send me your email. I'm gonna email it to you, brother. Because I'm not there is no, like I said, I'm just bringing up my receipts. There is no point. You know what I'm saying? Me having no dialogue with them. It's pointless. As you can see, they're butchering the Bible, and this guy's lying, changing his answer, and I'm just getting started with him. So, More, you have my number. Text me. All right, go ahead, Gabar. All right, Gabar going to send you the link. Gabar going to send you the link, More. Gabar said he's going to send you the link. All right. So let me continue. Let me continue what I was doing. All right. So we clearly see that Soreal changed his answer. Clearly changed his answer. All right. Let me go ahead and play the other one now. 1 second here. Let me close this out because that was finished anyway. All right. This is the second one here. Watch this.
I want to understand something first before we read it. Are you saying in Matthew the 5th chapter that he wasn't quoting the old covenant?
So now we're going back into Matthew the 5th chapter, and you're gonna hear him lie again. You're about to hear him lie again. All right. Watch this.
I'm saying not all of the chapter. Obviously, he is quoting it, but why? Why is he quoting it? He's quoting it to compare it to his commandments.
I just want to be clear that he's quoting the old covenant.
Right, but why? Like, for example, he quotes all types of stuff from the old covenant. But why? Why does he do it?
Bro, your point was that you're not going to find anything in Matthew the 5th chapter that's in the old covenant.
No, that was not my claim. That was not my claim. I said, no. That was not my claim. I said, you're not going to find Christ's commandments, the things that he commands. You're not going to find those in the old covenant. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to take one commandment that he gives, and we're going to see if we can find it in the old. You ready?
So you heard it just now. He's going to give a commandment from Christ that's not going to be found in the old covenant. Watch this.
Hello?
I'm ready. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Let's start with Matthew.
Remember, he's picking this, not me.
5, 22, right? Oh, no, verse 21, right? It says here, you have heard it was said of the old, do not commit murder. And whoever commits murder shall be liable to the judgment. He's quoting Exodus 20, verse 13. and Deuteronomy 5, verse 17. But I say to you.
So now we're dealing with Christ, what Christ's judgment is, or he calls it his commandment. But I say,
everyone who is angry with his brother without cause is liable to the judgment, and whoever says to his brother Rakah shall be liable to the Sanhedrin.
So I want to be clear. You see how he read it and he called it Sanhedrin. The version he's reading is King James 3, and he calls it a Sanhedrin right here. Because this is going to be part of the argument here, right? Remember, he's reading Christ's commandment or Christ's judgment, all right?
And whoever says fool shall be liable to be thrown into the fire of hell. Now, all you got to do is go into the Old Covenant and find where this is a violation of the law. There's this specific commandment right here, being angry with your brother without cause. And of course, you know, the judgment that goes along with that, saying you're going to go to hell. You got to stand for Sanhedrin.
See, then he said it right here. You're going to go to hell and you're going to stand before the Sanhedrin. So I want to be clear what he's including in the judgment or the commandment of Christ, right? So he includes in it, you're going to stand before the Sanhedrin. He just said it just now. You heard him said it.
Which wasn't even around during Deuteronomy.
He said the Sanhedrin, which was not even around during Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy do speak of the Sanhedrin in your day. Does it not?
What'd you say?
Do Deuteronomy speak to say that you're going to be judged by the Sanhedrin that's in your day?
I don't think the Deuteronomy says Sanhedrin in your day. I don't even think Deuteronomy says Sanhedrin at all.
You hear them. He said, I don't think Deuteronomy say that in your day. I don't think Deuteronomy even say Sanhedrin at all. I want to be clear on point on what he's saying, because you're going to watch him cut himself later on, right? Because he would later on, he's going to be lying like crazy about how he said none of this. I want to be clear. When I finish playing this clip later on, he's going to be on here lying, saying he said none of this. That's why I'm going real slow and pointing it out to you, what he said right here, because watch him lie later on.
But, you know, good luck in finding that. So where in the Old
He even told me good luck in finding it.
Testament can we find this commandment in verse 22 that Jesus gave?
Okay, so part of his commandment of judgment is that you're going to be liable to the Sanhedrin. You agree, yes or no?
Yeah, that's one part.
So he agreed as part of it. I want to be clear. He agreed that that's part of it.
Okay, so if I can find that part in Deuteronomy, you would concede that then he's speaking of something that's in the Old Covenant then, correct?
No, you have.
He said no. I'm zeroing in on just the Sanhedrin part. If I can find that part, he says no.
To find all of it.
Okay, so see they go to semantics again. See what?
No, that's not semantics.
That is semantics. That is semantics.
You have to be thrown into the fire of hell. That's part of the judgment.
Okay.
Go ahead and find the passage, please. Good.
See, I was done. I'm done with it, because he's claiming that none of Christ's commandment or judgment is found in the Old Testament. None of it. If I find even part of it, then that would prove him wrong. And I'm going to clarify that to him.
There's no more point. So what I'm saying, see.
No. Go and find the passage. Go find the passage.
The whole point was you saying that nothing that he said is found in there. Nothing of it. You said none of it. So if I find even part of it in there, that would prove you wrong. Because you said none of it is there.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead and find the passage. Let's just add to the fire, right? So I'm adding against myself. So go ahead and find the passage.
Okay.
So he claimed to be adding against himself. This is what he said. I'm adding a fuel to the fire, adding against myself.
Find the part.
I'm gonna find it, but I want to be clear before I find it. If I find it, that will prove you wrong, right?
No, because I didn't say part. That's the whole.
Then don't put me pulling it because I'm wasting my time.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll switch my position so you can search it.
You heard him saying he's gonna switch his position so I can find it. So listen. He is not firm on anything. Okay, right now I'm punching holes in his entire doctrine. So now he has to switch things up because he's making claims now that he's not sure of. So he got to switch things up.
If you find part of that, I'll switch my position.
You heard it for yourself just now. He said, if I find part of it, now not all of it, if I find part of it, he's going to switch his position, is what he said. And now watch me find part of it and watch him don't switch his position.
You will be proven wrong.
Right.
You heard him? I said, you'll be proven wrong. He said, right. So if I find the Sahedrin part, he's proven wrong and he's supposed to switch his position. Right?
Find part of it. So go ahead. Go ahead and find that in the Old Covenant.
You're going to admit that you're wrong if I find it, correct?
Yes. Yep.
You heard him. I said, if I find it, that's part of it, the Sahedrin part, specifically, he's going to admit that he's wrong. He's supposed to admit that he's wrong if I find part of it, which is the Sahedrin part is what we was targeting. You heard it for yourself. The Sahedrin part was what we was targeting because he claimed that that's not even in Deuteronomy. Then he said, good luck finding it. That's what he said. Now watch me find it and watch him don't switch positions, right? And watch him lie about it. Watch him lie about all of this right here. He's going to say that he never said any of this. He's talking about something different. Watch him say it. Now I want to play because I know he's listening. I know he's listening so you can hear it for yourself. You is a liar, bro. You heard it for yourself. You agree that if I find it, you is going to admit that you're wrong. And it's the Sahedrin part I'm talking about, not the whole thing. The Sahedrin was the part that we talked about. You heard it for yourself because I know you're listening.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna fast forward it to the part when I get the scripture and we're going to read it.
Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 17.
All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 17. So it says here.
I want to be clear. I'm coming here to find just the Sahedrin part. Now he's going to agree that the Sahedrin is here. Remember, before he was saying that there is no Sahedrin mentioned in Deuteronomy at all, is what he was saying.
Get the verse.
Okay.
We can start at verse 8.
All right. It says this. If a matter is too hard for you in judgment, between blood and blood, between cause and cause, or between stroke and stroke, matters of strife within your gates, then you shall rise up and go to the place which Jehovah your God shall choose. And you shall come into the Levitical priests and to the judge who is in those days, and shall inquire, and they shall declare the word of judgment to you.
Okay, so here
you shall do according to the word.
One second, bro. So
okay.
we see here that it says that you're gonna, because we know that the Sahedrin was made up of the priests, the Levites. It says, and unto the judge that shall be in those days, that in your days, it says, and inquire, and there's more than one day shall show thee the sentence of judgment, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a Sahedrin.
See, I just pointed out that that's clearly a Sahedrin. Listen, he's going to admit that it's a Sahedrin. Now, I just found the text in Deuteronomy 17 chapter where it talks of a Sahedrin in your day, which earlier he denied is not even in there. I just found it. Watch what he said.
They're going to show you the judgment. That's a Sahedrin that's going to be in your day. That's what Christ referenced when he did his thing, that you're going to go judgment of the Sahedrin. That's speaking of these men right here. So he's again repeating the judgment that's here in Torah.
All right, let me tell you why this is a fail. Jesus is not being general with what he's saying. Now, Deuteronomy 17 verse 8 is being very general. It's being, if a matter is too hard for you in judgment. In other words, there's something that you don't quite get. You don't quite understand. This math problem is a little too hard for you, right? Between you and the other person, right? There's something that you guys aren't agreeing with. You need to get a third party. That's what the problem is. Not so much with Jesus. That's not the issue. The issue is that, somebody's a hater. Somebody hates their brother. You know what I mean? Without cause.
See, now he's deflecting. Remember, we just came in to find a Sahedrin. See, he's deflecting and talking about hating someone without a cause when we're supposed to be dealing with a Sahedrin, right? Now, I'm playing this part to show you the disrespect that's going to come in. More, I heard you come in more. I'm bringing you out in a second, brother. I heard you pop in. I forgot about you. Let me play a little bit more. I'm gonna bring you in right quick.
Like, that's the issue. You got someone fuming with hate against your brother, and he's saying when you do that, you're liable to judgment. Now, in Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 8, doesn't bring that up. Matter of fact, it's talking about a whole other concern, a whole different issue. So we got two different issues. And so far, the issue that Jesus is pointing to isn't here in the passage. And because of that, that means that commandment that Jesus is giving is not found in the Old Covenant. There's nowhere where it says it's in violation of the Old Covenant. It's nowhere. Matter of fact, so I'll just go ahead and just, for clarity's sake, I'll just read what Jesus said again. He said here in Matthew chapter 5, he had said, but I say to you, whoever is, where'd it go? Hey, I forgot what the verse was. I gotta find it.
Let me fast forward this because we get back to the point.
Shoot.
I just want to get the point that so you understand what he agreed to, what I just read about a Sahedrin, and he's trying to change it and dealing with something else. Let me see, can I fast forward to get to the point?
Oh yeah, okay, here it is. It's like Jesus, it's like God, same difference. It's like God saying, whoever steals
About you hating your brother without a cause, that's not controversial?
no, check it out.
Wow.
Controversy. No, hear me out. Check it out.
Tells you that these men, the council, tells you he said the council, right? Who's the council?
Yeah, the council, let's just say this council is the Sanhedrin. Now,
1 second. I heard someone pop in. Let me start sharing my screen because I'm trying to see who this is. All right, hold on. Let me bring more on right quick before I finish this up. Shalom, Orthodox more.
Yeah, shalom, brother. Go ahead and finish. You good? I'll wait till you're done.
Okay, all right. All right, let me bring this back. All right, we play it again.
Okay, so right here in Deuteronomy, the 17th chapter, it tells you that these men, the council, that's going to be in this time, you should go by their judgment because there is a problem. So if you hate your brother without a cause, you're going to have to go deal with it with the council. The council is going to go and figure out what's going on.
Right, but the question,
He the first thing he said was right. He said right. I was right. Now watch him deflect.
is, what is the problem?
It's a controversy between you and your brother. Christ points out that what? If you hate me, listen what I'm saying.
So right there, this is not a controversy in Matthew 5.
It is a controversy because you hate it without a cause.
No. See, that's a violation of moral law, like some type of, you have a moral issue.
It's still a controversy.
No, a controversy means you guys are having disagreements, and you need a third party to step in and say who's right, who's wrong.
Okay, why?
That's what that is. This is not a controversy. This is a issue.
Why does he hate him without a cause?
Huh?
Why would he hate him without a cause?
I don't know. The text don't say, but whatever it is, he's wrong.
Because it's controversial. That's why.
No. It's not controversial. It's an issue. Right. Controversy means, here, I'll tell you what.
I want to be clear. You see, buddy, I ain't even supposed to be dealing with this. I went there for a Sahedrin. I found the Sahedrin, and he got me talking about something else I ain't even supposed to be dealing with. You know what I'm saying? He don't sidetrack me, but I'm going to get back on track. He sidetracked me with this nonsense about controversy. I'm supposed to just get a Sahedrin, but we're going to see. We're going to come into the Sahedrin right now. Remember, he agreed if I find a Sahedrin in Deuteronomy, he's going to admit that he's wrong and then switch his position is what he said.
Let's just go back. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 17.
Disagreement.
Let's read it again. Let's read it again. Look at what it says, right? Issue. It's too hard for y'all. Y'all are within your gates. Find some two people that are disagreeing with one another.
Wait a minute, brother. It's real. How can me and you resolve a problem if you hate me for no reason? How are we gonna solve it?
But see, here's the thing. There's nowhere in the verse where it says that the person that hates the other person has a problem. It just says that they hate him without cause. That's it.
Okay, so wait a minute.
You're wrong for that.
Okay, so if you hate me without a cause, right?
Yeah.
If you hate me for other cause, and I'm trying to figure out why you hate me.
See, there it is right there. There it is right there. Jesus never ends up putting the other person's position or concern at all. It doesn't say that. You're reading that to the text. This is a violation of one person. This is a violation of one person.
Why bring up a counsel then if it's only a one-sided issue?
Exactly. That's the reason why there is no counsel.
He said that there is no counsel when Christ mentioned a counsel.
Going to be liable.
There's a counsel. But Christ mentioned a counsel.
No, it doesn't.
I said Christ mentions a counsel. He just got to saying no, it doesn't.
Check it out. Here, let's compare verse 8. No, let's compare verse 8 to verse 22. Check it out, right? It says, this is what the priest will do. It says, and you shall come into the Levitical priests and to judge who is in those days and shall inquire, and they shall declare the word of judgment to you. So in other words, they're going to go in and sort out what the problem is. They're not, in Matthew chapter 5, they're not doing that. They're just dealing out. No, wait a second. In Matthew chapter 5, they're not doing that. They're just dealing out a sentence. Because you did this, then this is going to be your punishment. That is totally different. That's totally different from, hey, you two have an issue. I'll tell you what, we'll decide, which one of you is right, which one is wrong. Go with this one. No, there ain't no, oh, you're in danger of hell. You're in danger of judgment and consequences. No, it's trying to deal out what's the issue between you two. Over here in Matthew 5, not so. It's saying that somebody is treating somebody wrong. And when they go to the Sanhedrin,
and he said that, and when they go to the Sanhedrin,
whoever, they're going to go ahead and get a sentence of punishment. We're going to figure it out. So again, where does it say in Deuteronomy where if you hate your brother without a cause, you're wrong?
All right, see how he's deflecting? See, now he's talking about something totally different, and we went to Deuteronomy just to find a Sahedrin, and I found a Sahedrin. You watch, he's going to admit it. Remember, he's supposed to be admitting that he's wrong. Once I find the Sahedrin.
Brother,
where'd you say that?
Christ says, if you call your brother, if you shall say to your brother, Raka. What does that mean? What does that mean when you say to your brother, Raka? What does that mean, brother?
Well, let's go ahead and look it up. So it says here, according to the verse, that Raka means, let's get the Strong's here, and Raka. It says here.
Let me fast forward because this we didn't get to the point.
It's among the Jews who are liable to judgment. Like you're getting a sentence against you.
No, see, you flip that part. The part where it says, if you say to your brother, Raka, that part between blood and blood, that's blood and blood is brothers. Blood and blood is two brothers. They're blood and blood. And Matthew mentioned to your brother, that's your blood again. So I'm mirroring what it's saying there. It says between plea and plea, and between stroke and stroke.
Right.
Being, it says, now it's clarifying, being matters of controversy within your gates. You disrespecting your brother, your blood within your gates, it's a matter of controversy. That's going to cause a controversy between you and your brother if you disrespect him.
Again, there's two issues with that. One, find the word controversy in there just for grammar's sake, just like you wanted me to find rakah. And for 2, find me somewhere where the controversy can be when someone ends up doing something wrong in Matthew 5 here. Because again, a controversy means what? You got 2 types of things going at it, and they're contrary to one another.
Let me fast forward this. Let me get to the point, because this is all deflection on his part. This never is supposed to even happen. I don't know why I even indulged him with this nonsense. I only went there for a Sahedrin, but let me fast forward to the point with the Sahedrin now.
You don't find that in Matthew. You found one. You don't even say if you call your brother
You say
right, but the part contains
Sahedrin to you. You say
right, but the part, but
so here we go now. The part that I actually mentioned, to get back to the Sahedrin now.
the part contains,
but the part contains Sahedrin to you. I mentioned
right, but the part, yes,
I brought the Sahedrin to you right here in the Torah.
Right, but
so he's admitting. I said I brought the Sahedrin to you right here in the Torah. He says right.
Right, the Sanhedrin is here in the text here, and the Sanhedrin is there in the other text. That
now you heard him. He says it's there in Matthew, and it's also there in the Torah. He's admitting that the Sahedrin is in both places. Remember, we initially went to Deuteronomy to find the Sahedrin in there, which he said was not there. He's just admitting the Sahedrin is there in Deuteronomy. He admitted it's in both places. So he's caught right here. He's clearly wrong.
That's fine.
That's not, yep. So that proves you wrong.
See, I'm telling him, so that's prove you wrong. You admitting the Sahedrin is there too.
No, it does not at all. How does that prove me wrong if we find Sanhedrin in the new and Sanhedrin in the old? The contention was the contention was.
I'm gonna tell you why, because Jesus is saying that the judgment is that you're going to go to the council. That's what he said. You're going to go to the council over what? Christ's judgment is that you're.
And once again, Amayan, you're still wrong, because we're talking about the commandments of why you're going to that judgment.
You still see how you're lying? Y'all heard earlier when I clearly narrowed it down just to the Sahedrin part. Now he's trying to change it and say that that was not what we was talking about. Now we did get off a subject talking about this other stuff, but the whole point was the Sahedrin.
Find the commandment that Jesus is saying that is wrong in the old. You have not found that commandment. You found people going to judgment.
I'm telling you, but he's telling you what his judgment is on it, because you read it and said.
Okay, so where in Deuteronomy?
Now you see how you won't let me talk? I can't even get a word out on my own show. I'm trying to talk. You will not let me talk.
17 is hating your brother without a cause, or calling your brother rakah, found in Deuteronomy 17. Where is it found being violated?
I'm telling you, because you read it in verse 22.
Amayan, can you please?
He kept cutting me off again. You hearing it for yourself?
Show me where that is being violated.
Listen,
you made a claim and you're not showing it.
Hey, is there anybody else, bro? Because this circular argument, and he don't admit that he's wrong.
This is not circular argument, bro. You made a claim.
That's Christ's judgment.
Where in Deuteronomy 17 does it say, if you call your brother rakah, if you're angry with your brother without a cause, you're in trouble? Where does it say that? This is a commandment, right?
You see how you're changing it? No one never. I never said that was in there. I never said I want Deuteronomy to even get any of that. I went there for a Sahedrin, but look how he's changing it, because he know he's caught already, so we got to now try to go and say something different. Like that was the contention that we actually were speaking about, that I'm supposed to be looking for in Deuteronomy.
Just like thou shalt not steal. If you steal, you're in trouble. That's a commandment. Jesus is giving a commandment right here.
He's saying, if
you do this, you're in trouble.
He's giving a judgment call.
No, this is a command. He said, if you do this, you're in trouble.
What is the command? What is the judgment call if you call someone rakah?
No. What is a commandment?
That's not a commandment, it's a judgment.
Everyone who is angry with his brother without cause shall be liable to the judgment. See that? If you violate,
you just called it a judgment just now. You just read it.
Like this commandment, this is what's going to happen to you. And there's another one. Whoever says to his brother rakah shall be liable to the Sanhedrin. See that? So if you do this here,
that ain't no
this is what's going to happen to you.
That's not
Let me fast forward as I get to the point, because this is just a bunch of nonsense.
command, bro. That's not a command. If you say this, it's not a command.
Because the whole thing is, I asked you, show me commandments in right there in Matthew 5, and now you're saying they're not commandments.
No. I mentioned Sanhedrin. You said if I can
Yeah,
show
but once again,
See, now I'm getting back to the Sanhedrin. I mentioned Sanhedrin. Watch.
At first you said these were commandments, and now you're saying they're not because you can't find it in Deuteronomy 17.
Deflect now. You just deflect what I said.
Actually, you're deflecting by saying, "Oh, these aren't commandments."
Listen, brother, it's recorded. I asked you. I said, if I go in here and show you the Sanhedrin in those days giving the judgment.
Okay, so you just totally
see. You see how he's over talking me? I'm trying to clarify what we went to Deuteronomy for right here. As you can see, he keep cutting me off because he don't want me to get it out. That's why we went there, and he admitted there was a Sanhedrin there. So I'm trying to clarify, going back to the correct issue now, and he won't let me get it out.
You bypass what I just said. Wait, you just totally bypassed what I just said, as if nothing.
No, you're moving the goalpost, bringing something else.
No, you're actually moving the goalpost by just ignoring what I said. Look at that, you just move right past it, like literally.
You bringing up something else?
No, I'm not. I'm bringing up same verse.
No, you not. I showed you.
Yes, I am.
Christ mentioned Sanhedrin. I told you Sanhedrin in the Old Testament.
That's not the issue.
See how he's lying? That was the issue. That was the part of what Christ said I went there for. You heard him agree to it, for me to find it. Now he's saying that was not the issue. That was the exact issue, was the Sanhedrin. I know he's listening. You heard it for yourself. Dude, you lying.
That is the issue. You said if I showed it to you, you would say you're wrong.
See that? I said it to him again. You said if I showed it to you, the Sanhedrin, you would admit that you were wrong. Watch what he said.
No, I said the part that has to be shown is that if you violate this commandment, you got to go to the Sanhedrin. You showed that there was a violation of a commandment, but it wasn't that one. That's the issue.
It doesn't matter. The point is that
yes, it does. Yes, it does. It matters. It matters a whole lot.
Him saying that you're going to be in danger of a Sanhedrin.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If that doesn't matter, I'll tell you what. If that doesn't matter, then does thou shalt not steal? Does that matter? Does that not matter as well?
All right, brother. Hey man, let's talk about something else, bro.
Because now I'm done now because he's clearly caught. He's now moving to something totally different because why? I showed the Sanhedrin in Deuteronomy. He claims it's not there, but see, he don't have enough integrity to admit that he was wrong. He's not going to admit it because he has no integrity whatsoever. I played it. I would love to see his receipt saying that I'm wrong because I'm recording what he said. You agreed to a Sanhedrin not being in Deuteronomy, soreal. Everyone heard you. And I showed it to you. You admitted that it's in both places, but now you would not admit that you're wrong because you have no integrity.
Okay, all right, well, let's talk about something else. My conclusion is that what you have said remains to be seen.
Anyway,
what I said remains to be seen. Everyone saw it. You admitted to it.
People already don't see it. Your people already don't see it. The point of the matter is that you have a
You cannot speak for them.
That's going to judge.
You cannot speak for them.
In your day, is going to make judgment calls.
You cannot speak for them.
I don't make Christ pointing it out. And that's
I showed you a commandment, and you have not found it in the old.
I said that Christ was pointing out a Sanhedrin that's going to.
This means that when Christ was preaching, he was preaching an actual new commandments for the new covenant. He was not preaching something that's found in the old.
He's preaching a new commandment about a Sanhedrin that's already mentioned in Deuteronomy already.
Right, about a commandment that cannot be found.
It doesn't matter. But
yes, it does, because that's our contention. That is our contention.
What about the Sanhedrin? Are they found?
Who found?
Okay, you hear him stumbling? If the Sanhedrin part found, you say he's stuttering? You say he's stuttering? Because he caught.
Are the Sanhedrin found though?
If you want to go ahead and be grammatical about it, I would definitely say no, but I'm just adding.
You saw he lying, bro? You saw he lying? He know the Sanhedrin is found. He don't want to admit it now because he's caught. You ain't got no integrity, Soreal. That's why I need to talk to you no more, bro. This is just dumb.
To my own pressure by saying,
right now, you
bro. That goes to show that you have not found. That goes to show that you have not found a commandment in the old covenant. You have found a Sanhedrin.
You see how you won't let me talk on my own show? You hear every time I play it, he's over talking me on my own show. You hearing it for yourself. All right? He said, and I'm taking it. Listen, somebody would have been muted him or booted him off a long time ago. I'm clipping it and playing. Every time I play the clip, you hear him consistently over talking me on my own show, giving me no respect at all. When I'm talking to not say something, he's constantly over talking me again. You hear it for yourself.
In the old and new covenant, but what do they judge?
See what I'm saying? You cannot
see now. I had to mute him because I can't even talk on my own show no more. I had to mute him because he keep over talking me when I say something. I can't even get it out.
I trust these brothers. You can't trust this guy. See what I'm saying? He admitted earlier that it wasn't Sanhedrin. Now he's saying grammatically, now it's not. See, now he's lying. Now he's bearing false witness. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. Now he's lying. He said that.
So now what happened? He unmuted himself and just came right back in and start talking again. I'm talking, right? I muted. If I muted you, you should be like, you know what? Let me stay muted, man. The host of the show muted me. Let me stay muted, right? For just out of respect. He unmutes himself and just came back and just started talking right over me. Like I'm not there. Or I don't even matter. Just start talking.
Sad that what you have said cannot be found. I think that's sad. Sanhedrin is found in the old and new covenant. They are.
And look, I let him continue to talk. I'm showing you, right? He just came back on, started talking when I'm talking, and I let him talk, right? I'm having patience with him. I'm being long suffering with him after over talk me most of my show when he was on, and I let him talk.
There. The question is why?
You said nothing that Christ said is found in the Old Testament. Nothing.
No, I did not say nothing. Now you're lying. You see that? I did not say nothing is.
See, I had to mute him because he's lying. It's just too much lies. I just have to mute him because he doesn't make any sense to me because we're not going to get nowhere. All right. He ain't going to get nowhere. He admitted nothing that Jesus Christ said in his judgment. You know what I'm saying? His judgment. He said none of it is there. And I pointed out the Sanhedrin part.
I said the commandments that he's saying are not found. Now you're lying.
You said nothing that he said.
No. I said commandments.
So you said they're all new.
No. Yeah, the commandments are new.
Okay, his commandment, his judgment was that if you call your brother Raka, he says you're going to be in danger of the Sanhedrin, the council.
Right.
That's what he said.
See, here we go. He's admitting it. That's part of Christ's judgment. So if I find that part in the Old Testament, then that means he's wrong.
That's what you have to find.
And I point out to you is that the Sanhedrin that he brought up in his judgment, is already talked about in the Old Testament.
That's nice. That's great.
Now you hear him admitted to it. That's nice. That's great. You hear him admitted to it. He admitted that part of Christ's judgment is in the Old Testament. That was initially why we went there. See, he had just admitted it. That's nice, he said. See that? Now watch him not say that he's wrong.
What's up? No one has a problem.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that about that verse. I said I can find Sanhedrin in there, and I found the Sanhedrin. That's what I said.
But that wasn't the contention.
You hear him lying? He's saying that wasn't the contention. That was the contention.
The contention was to find the commandment that's being violated.
No, that wasn't the contention. Was can I find the Sanhedrin in there?
No. You said if I find this commandment and all of a sudden you're liable to the Sanhedrin, that was the contention. In other words, I lopped off the part where it said, "Oh, you're going to be in danger of hell." I lopped off that part for you.
He claiming he lopped it. He claiming now he lopped it off of me. More lie. He lopped it off of me. We wasn't contention about that at all.
Made it easier for you.
For me, brother, it's recording what you talk about.
I know. It is recorded. You're right. It's recorded. Yep.
Specifically, I actually
I locked. So that's the reason why I said
in there.
You hear him again. I can't get a word out.
Because if I'm you said yes. You said yes. You said
Look at what it says right here. This is what I said. And whoever says to his brother, Rakah, shall be liable to the Sanhedrin. I said that part right there. I said, if you can find that part, not the other part where it says, whoever says you fool shall be liable to be thrown into the fires of hell, because obviously you can't find that anywhere in the Old Covenant. You know, I decided to make it easier for you by leaving that part out. I said, if you can find this part right here, you know, the commandment and the Sanhedrin with the commandment, then I'm wrong. But the only thing that you found was the Sanhedrin judgment system.
So he admitting that I found the Sanhedrin system judgment. He's admitted I found it. Y'all heard earlier, that was what I was supposed to find. He admitted, I know you're listening, Soreal. This is your words. I hope you listening. You admitting that I found it. This is your words. And that was why we're supposed to go there. So you now switch your position and say that you're wrong. Okay? These is receipts here, bro.
That's it. They're still there. They're still around, right? And that's great. But the commandment part, that was the part. Because obviously our contention is the commandment.
Nope, that was not our contention. The contention was the Sanhedrin part. You know he's lying?
Not the Sanhedrin.
He said it's not the Sanhedrin part. Oh my God. All right, this is the end of it, bro. I'm gonna bring more on. This is sad, bro. I have to laugh for getting mad. This is just dumb. This is the reason why I can't have a conversation with him, because he's not he can't be genuine.
That's what I said.
With what he said.
Brother, you finished, bro? Because I can't have no discussion with you, because you disingenuous, bro. You can't be the truth at all. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you're disingenuous because you're switching up my position. Yeah, Amayan. Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, Amayan, as an honest man, you are disingenuous because you have switched up and emphasized a part of my position that I have not emphasized. I emphasize the commandment part, and you emphasize the Sanhedrin part. That is why you are disingenuous. And you know that's what the issue is, because we were talking about commandments from the beginning. But now you're trying to say that we're talking about Sanhedrin from the beginning.
Now you heard it for yourself. See how he just lying? I'm playing it because I know he's listening, so he can hear everything that he's saying. You clearly is lying. We was not contention in the other part, just the Sanhedrin. Facts. I'm gonna end it right there. All right. Let me bring Brother Moore in. All right, Moore.
Sure. What's good?
Man, just trying to clear the air with this situation with Soreal, bro. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show him that what he said is recorded, so he think I'm lying on him or I'm making anything up. He can hear for himself what he agreed to. He agreed that I found it, so you can't say I'm going around and slander you or say anything bad about you that you didn't say.
Okay. When I came on, I respectfully let you finish your build before I said anything. And so I'm going to respectfully ask that you give me 60 seconds just to take off and land right quick, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
So as a fellow host on this platform, we are both guests in Sal's house. And just out of love and respect, I feel like we can do more positive things with this platform than taking shots of people from the in the chat. On top of that, Soreal's a debater, right? Soreal's a Christian debater. He's someone who's debated on this platform. So, two things. One, there was a missed opportunity in setting up a debate with somebody who's a debater, if you got a disagreement with him. But two, when you use this platform to take shots at people, you know they're in the chat and you're not going to drop the link for them. This isn't a debate platform anymore. This becomes an emotional echo chamber. So as a brother, I'm going to suggest that, one, you don't take shots at females who are people from the chat who aren't debaters that you invite onto the platform to speak. That's not a good look for men in general and for the platform in general. But two, I'm also going to respectfully ask that if there's debaters or people that you bring on, don't shut them out afterwards, bro. That's not cool. Don't talk about them and then shut them out afterwards. That's echo chamber stuff, bro. And as so you and I are the only hosts that are debaters on this whole platform, right? So how about we do this? How about we do something more tenable to this platform and keep it to the realm of ideas and concepts and whatnot, and debating and dialogue and ideas and concepts, and just debate the issues that you have with old girl. Like, so I know you're closer to the one Westish kind of a concept. We've dialogued on that before. I've moderated dialogues with you and other Israelites and whatnot. I've moderated debates with you and other Israelites. How about we just debate this stuff? Like, so I know you got issues with Gentiles having salvation. We can definitely make that a debate. I know you got issues with Gentile sojourning. We can definitely make that a debate. I know you got issues with Gentiles marrying Israelites. We can make that a debate. We can make a whole list of debates, fam. But this whole going in on people from the chat, not letting people in, let's not do that.
I want to make sure you finish. Okay, did you hear did you hear you didn't hear from the beginning, correct? Am I right or wrong?
I've been here since before the beginning.
Okay, what did I say in the beginning?
You said a lot. How about you repeat yourself?
Okay, so you didn't hear what I said in the beginning then?
No, I heard. I just didn't memorize it and write it down.
Okay. I said in the beginning, I'm doing this because I see that I can't have a rational conversation with Soreal or with Arno. And I'm doing this just so I can bring the receipts and show the proof why that cannot take place. That's what I opened up and said. You're coming out telling me to go have a discussion with Arno, which I know I can't.
I've never told you to do that.
That's why I would.
Not once did I tell you to do that.
Okay, more. What you just now told me? Don't take shots at people in the chat. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. 100%.
And we can set up a debate with a disagreement, right?
Yep. And nowhere in that was there suggesting you to talk to Arno.
Okay,
everything in that was a suggestion to tell. How about we debate on a debate platform instead of bringing ladies on from the chat, having them come on and then doing shows about them later that don't debate.
Wait a minute. So, what are you saying about Arno? I don't understand. What are you saying about Arno?
I'm not saying nothing about Arno. I'm saying something about you. I'm saying it's never a good look for a man to go in on a female like that. Second of all, it's not a good look for a man to go in on a female who's not a debater and someone who just came in from the chat.
Okay, did you see what she was saying about me in the chat?
Does it matter?
Yes, I'm responding to what she was saying about me in the chat.
Bruh, I've been on all kind of platforms where people said all kind of craziness, but you don't got to respond to people in the chat.
So
there's all kind of people I don't respond to in the chat. Every time I do a show. Every time I do a show.
I understand. I know I don't have to respond, but I wanted to respond.
Okay, so check this out. Are you going to respond to me? Because I'm asking you as another debater and the only other debater on this platform. How about we actually debate the ideas and topics y'all were talking about?
With who? Who you talking about? Debate that with who? With her?
You and me, bro. I know I'm speaking English, bro.
Wait a minute.
I know you understand me, bro.
Wait a minute. I want to understand.
I'm gonna make this super plain one more time.
Hold up.
You and her have disagreements, right? You just did this whole show talking about how you were beefing with how she was lying and stupid, this, that, and the third about certain stuff y'all was talking about. Yeah, did I miss that or no?
Yeah, she was lying.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm saying that was a yes no question. That was a yes no question. So what I'm saying is, how about instead of you talking about people in the chat, we use a debate platform to actually debate concepts and ideas, i.e., like the concepts and ideas you disagreed with her on. So, like I said, I gave at least 3 topics. Shall I name them again?
Brother, I'm pointing out that
You sound like you don't want to debate.
Let me finish what I'm saying, bro.
You sound like you want to beat up women in the chat, but you don't want to debate men.
Ain't nobody beating up no woman. You probably didn't hear what I said there. You probably didn't hear nothing that I said.
If it sound like you don't want to debate, throw one up in the chat, fam.
Brother, you let me talk or what? In my debate with Mike Holloway on YouTube, she came in there and I showed it how she said, this is for you, Amiyan. She came at me in the chat and she was saying certain things that Christ said X, Y, Z. And I said, Christ never said those things. Those things are not found nowhere in the book of Mark, in Mark chapter 7. None of those things are there. All right. So I'm saying, stop lying on Christ. Those things was never said. All right. So then she did not respond anymore. I left it alone. I dropped it. It was done. A month later, the thing says Friday, she came on the show and she mentioned it again. She mentioned the exact same thing again about how Christ said in Mark chapter 7 that salvation is for the Jew first and then to the Gentiles. I'm pointing out that even though she showed that is incorrect, she's still repeating the same lie again. She's saying something over and over again. So maybe she didn't catch what she was saying. So I'm pointing it out to her again that that's a lie. You're a lie.
So maybe she's not lying, and maybe she just disagrees with you.
No, it isn't a maybe. The text, the words.
Maybe she just disagrees with you because you and I read the same text and don't have the same conclusion either, bro. Hence, I just gave you 3 topics we could debate that I know you disagree on with me.
Brother, I'm correcting the lie she's putting out. You're saying
I disagree with you on the topics I mentioned. Am I lying about the text?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what
I'm talking about you.
Okay, did you say that Christ in Matthew the 7th chapter?
Check this out, fam. Have I not moderated debates with you about Gentiles having salvation? Yes or no?
You have.
So you and I disagree on that topic, yes?
I guess we do.
So I'm saying, am I lying about the text because you and I disagree about that topic?
Lying about the text saying that salvation is for the non-Israelites?
Very simple question, bro. Am I lying because you and I disagree on that concept?
No, I have not corrected or understand fully what your stance is on that to address it thoroughly.
So we disagree. That's all you need to know at this juncture. Am I lying?
Okay. What I'm saying to you is that she made her statement and I showed clearly that right there is not found in Mark chapter 7. That's all.
Okay. How about this? I've heard every text you've had to cite for why Gentiles don't have salvation. I'm not calling you a liar. I just think you're sincerely wrong. And I think what we can do as a benefit to this platform and the people listening is actually have a good debate on the topic versus talk about people in the chat in some echo chamber fashion where you're not going to drop the link and let them come on and defend themselves.
Brother, I'm just correcting that what she said because I already corrected.
So you're not trying to debate on the debate platform.
Brother, you want to debate me more? Is that what it is, bro? Because you on here defending someone I don't think you know her at all.
Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, she's gotten at me before in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what we did? Instead of me doing shows on her, we started emailing back and forth.
Brother, listen. Okay, so you're up here defending her.
No, I'm up here defending the platform because this is nonsense.
No, you coming on.
This is echo. This is emotional echo chamber nonsense, man.
How is it echo chamber when I'm correcting lies?
Bruh, who are you to correct? Okay, so how about this? You're lying now. You're lying because Gentiles don't get salvation. How about we debate that now?
Who am I to correct lies? Is that what
who are you? Yeah.
I'm told to correct lies.
Why is she lying? Why is she lying and she's not wrong?
The Bible said to correct lies. I can read it for you out the Bible.
Cool, then correct me in a debate, fam.
Okay,
because I think you're wrong. Because I think you're wrong. Correct me in a debate.
I'm correct
me in a debate. She's not a debater. I am.
Listen, no problem. I can correct you too. There's no problem.
Then all right, let's set it up, fam. When you got time, because you obviously got time on your hands because you're going in on people from the chat.
About me correcting Arno then?
Because it's weak and you're making the platform look weak, man.
You can say, but I'm doing what God said to do.
Then do it on your platform. It doesn't make your platform look weak, fam.
But this ain't your platform though.
No, like I said, we're both guests on Sal's platform.
Okay.
Yeah. So how about we debate versus you make it look weak?
Wait a minute, hold it. So you speaking for Sal now?
No, I'm not. I'm speaking for me. And for me, I'm asking. I'm challenging you to debate on the debate platform. You look like you're running in front of everybody and their mother, bro.
All right, y'all. All right. I'm sorry. I was sitting in the back, and I'm like, all right, let me see how long I'm gonna let this go. Let me see if they can talk this out. And it's getting out of hand. So here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna shut down the stream, and then we can just continue to talk backstage because it's this needs to go offline. So that's what I'm gonna do. So to everybody that's tuning in, shalom.